see that you don't walk. Haven't got a nickel, not a penny can I show. Get off the railroad bum and he slammed that boxcar door. You lay low, well, it put me off in Texas, a place I dearly love. The wide open spaces all around me, the moon and stars up above. Well, nobody seems to want me or lend me a helping hand. I'm on my way from Frisco, going back to Dixieland, where my pocketbook is empty and my heart is full of pain. I'm 1,000 miles away from home, sleeping in the rain. Well, good evening. It's good to see y'all. I never say what my first name was, just to let you guys know. My first name is Steve, or Steven. Just don't call me late for dinner. Okay? But anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about tonight is getting guitar pickers. What is flat picking? And thought I'd discuss flat picking, what I do with it, and show you a little bit to get you started, that you can sit there and start practicing with, and show you what I use. What I use is a diamond shaped. Mine is fairly thin. I like the thin, especially when I'm working on my D28. Sometimes it needs to be a little, the thin, get in there, it brings out the volume, but also like a rigid one too. Okay. As you get into your guitar journey yourself, you will be able to establish your own preferences and what kind of picks that you want to use. And I do carry a bunch of other type of picks, different makes of different types of plastics. I don't know if you can see that or not. Anyway, this is a nice little gizmo that my daughter-in-law got me. That guitar-shaped pick holder. It's pretty cool. Anyway, usually the thicker the pick is, the softer, more warm the sound of the guitar will be. The thinner pick gives it a little bit more of a sharpness. So, but this is my happy one that I'm with, and I play with everything. And when it comes to using your pick, put it between your forefinger and your thumb. And when I get mine set up, there's not very much pick revealed. You might see somebody sit there and hold that pick out like that with a whole lot of meat on it, if you will. It's a little bit hard to control. I like to have a little bit tighter control. And sometimes I wet it to make it a little bit sticky and stick on my skin. The older I get, my skin gets drier. That's just the way it is. Anyway, get a little closer here so you can see how I'm doing this. Just that little bit sticking out. And if I hit my forefinger, don't worry about it. Or hit your forefinger, don't worry about it. Because that becomes a very neat little asset as you're that's using the pick. At the same time, I'm hitting my forefinger and also some skin. And it lets me control just how loud guitar gets. Now another thing about being up between these two, it gives you some room to do other things. hope you've seen that, but my finger and thumb were doing their own little dance while my forearm was moving up and down in my wrist. A little bit off from each other. So I can sit there and pick out the notes that I wanted to do. So you don't want to have, as you're practicing with the flat pick, don't keep it rigid. Keep it fluid. Okay. The other thing about a flat pick is we can make it go to a muted type sound. And what that is using the palm of your hand, this area right here, and lightly putting it across the bridge. And that mutes the sounds of the strings, gives you a little bit different tone. If you like Johnny Cash, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, when you keep the tension at a certain place, the tones will remain the same, and it gives you that effect. For some reason, I'm having a hard time staying in my chair, so I don't want to make sure I don't drop my old guitar here. When you get up there and you get a C, you get where you get the C down, the F down, the G. Actually, we want to play a G7th, back to C. And you can do the same thing without a pick, just using your thumb. That makes you a little quieter. That also lets you try to figure something out if you're trying to figure it out. Again, just a short piece of the pick. Past you can just see just barely past my thumb. If you use the thumb pick, which we'll be talking about next couple or so days that I get on lesson wise, I will cut a thumb pick. I will trim it back to get it to where I am comfortable hitting the strings with. And you can do the same thing with these picks. Notice how round that is? If it gets a little bit too sharp, you can trim it off and use it a little longer. I have been known to take an old credit card and turn it into a pick when I lost my other picks. It worked okay. Plastic's a little bit softer though, you wear it out a lot sooner. So, let's do a little bit of just a on the C. I'm putting a lot more bass in it, so I'm going to go ahead and change it. There it is. key is C with F and G, and it's a little bit of a bass emphasis. Now just for a straight chord. Remember, this is the feeling hand, this is the tone hand, this is the feeling hand. So depending on the song, this is what's going to determine what your rhythm is over here to put you in the groove. So, for example, that is? Bet you a bunch of you've already figured it out. Give you a little bit more of the flat picking part in it. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, and then you've got, if you got a song that's written in 3/4 time, and we'll talk about the timing, but that's a little bit later when we get into these songs, other songs. But 3/4 time is basically a waltz, or pa 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 pa. Noticed how I went to just a smooth rhythm, how the tone became more even. Where the first thing going through there was giving it a little bit of arpeggio work on the inside of it. Okay, all right. Okay. All right. So, flat pick, picking out notes, also can be used for rhythm. All right. So, how about I give you a little taste of, let's see, the Old Gray Mare, old picking song that is put out by Norman Blake. If you know who Norman Blake is, he's a pretty renowned bluegrass picker. Okay, so I'll pick you the lead through that a little bit, and I'll let you go for this evening. Just take your time with keep it slow for you. Use a C chord, use an F chord, and a G chord. And later on, I'll teach you how to go to the 7th, even slide down to the 7th. But right now, that's what those of you that began, go ahead and just start that. If you got a tune you like, do it in C and just get your rhythm hand working. Okay. Let me know how y'all are doing with that. Alright, so the old gray mare. Once I had an old gray mare, once I had an old gray mare, once I had an old gray mare, but she was blind and she couldn't hear. Took her down to the field to plow, took her down to the field to plow, but that damn old horse, she didn't know how. Been a long day. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you on the next one. We're going to be talking about finger picking. With picks or no picks? Have a good one.